Hey guys, it's Jenny with Art for Good. Today we're going to create another abstract piece with this beautiful aqua and rose gold color palette. I'm going to use traditional techniques to paint the background with a little bit of acrylic paint and some spray paint, and then we're going to get into a paint pour using a party tub. So let's get started. So to create this background, I essentially dripped the paint, the fluid acrylic, from the top and then used a spray bottle with water to create this distressed effect. And then I went in with a little bit of spray paint around some of the edges just to create this sort of half blue and half pink section of the background. Now we're going to do the party tub portion. And this is actually a dollar store type party tub. It's pretty big. And I'm going to pour my aqua color down. I think this is just a bright aqua that I mixed with some titanium white. And then I have a pink color, which is copper mixed with neon pink. And then I have some iridescent white to put in there as well. Now the trick with using a party tub, or I've done some other paint pours with a cake pan or a tray, is just to hold it down to make sure it's not going to go flying off while you're blowing the hairdryer around it. And the goal is to actually just make the paint look like it is going around this object. So it creates sort of a momentum effect by using an object like this. So all of my paints are mixed with Floetrol and water. I usually do about 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol, and then I just thin the paint with water after that until I get it to the consistency that I'm looking for, depending on the technique that I'm doing. For a Dutch pour or for the techniques using a hairdryer, you want it to be a little bit thinner than some other techniques in acrylic paint pouring. I have my cake spatula here, and I'm just going to do some swipes because I ended up with not a lot of contrasting color after the hairdryer portion. So this is going to help me essentially get a little more interest going on in this painting. So I'm just playing around with the colors a little bit to get a little more dimension. And then we're going to go in and do some chameleon cells. All right, so it's time to do the chameleon cells, and if you're not familiar with this technique, it is just using a little bit of coconut hair serum, a particular brand. Check the description below for a link to the actual product that I'm using. And you put a little bit in a cup and then you use a skewer. You dip it once in the oil and then you can dip it multiple times across your painting. Now this oil does need to be removed once you let the painting dry for several days. I would say even after a week is probably ideal. And then you can use a little bit of rubbing alcohol, it's about the 70% that you buy over the counter, with a little bit of cotton, and you take that sheen off of your painting before you do your varnish. All right, so it's time to remove the party tub, and let's see how this turned out. And there you go. I love the background and how it looks like another dimension. This is sort of one of those out of this world paintings. This is the final piece, and I just love how the background turned out in addition to the painting portion. So I would encourage you to try this technique or try one of my other cake pan or tray tutorials. I have a whole playlist here that I will leave you with of some other creative inspiration for some paintings you can create. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I'll see you next time.